Alright, feels like we've been here before. So, checked my footage and it's gone. Like half of it. So, let me go ahead and take this thing back apart. I'll be right back with you. Hopefully about where we left off. Still gotta fix this. We're gonna fix this. You don't want a floppy handle. Looking like a bad wedding bag. Alright, we'll be right back. Does this look right? Ow! Where did I put my screws? I'm not sure this is how it's supposed to go. Well, it finally happened. Broke my pull cord on Stihl MS 180C. So let's go ahead and get this thing taken apart and see if we can replace this. I don't have one of these fancy pull cords. I don't even know how long it's supposed to be. I can look it up here in a second. What I do have is a spool of 550 cord, paracord. So it's about the same width. You can kind of see it there. Pretty close, not really. Paracord's thicker. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot because I don't care if it works for a little bit or not, but it's better than what I got now. So go ahead and start off by removing, looks like a few, no, hang on. Let's get this orange top off. And we can real easily just insert screwdriver here and it pops right off. All right. Now it looks like we got some Torx screws. Looks like there's one above and below the gas, one on the safety stop, and one above the oil. Yep, looks like about it. And there might be something right there. We'll find out here in a second. All right, I reached into my lovely Harbor Freight, all the bits set, and it looks like a T27 is what fits up in here pretty good. So whatever you do, don't use an impact on this. You might damage it. Who knows? Don't do it. Let's see here. There's that one. There's that one. Another one zipped off somewhere. Oh, that one's different. So the one that goes up top is different. The one that's on the safety pole. Hey, found some grass. Sweet. All right, there's that one there, that one there, and yep, don't use an impact. Might break it. Let's see here. That one's not gonna come out very easy. Okay, so it looks like you're gonna have to take the gas cap off. Oh, let's get some pliers. All right, so kneel those pliers. Cool thing about these little Stihl things is if you reach in here, twist them kind of sideways, they are a little half moon shape. They just slide right out. So you just grab it right down here on the side, pull it out, and there it comes. Bar oil out. And let's slide this handle out the way. Give it a little wiggle wiggle. Don't shake it. And there you go. And there is your recoil assembly. This has the easy start. I'm not sure if I said that ahead of time, but it's got the little easy start. Kind of helps you. Spins it like that. Make sure you take a picture of that. That's got a goofy looking spring on there. And the easiest way to take this out is flip this around to here. Get this piece right here on top that goes. And this you're going to pick up very carefully, not break it, and kind of pull it over the top here. Just like that. And from here, should be able to wiggle that thing and just pop it off. Make sure you remember how that goes on there. And then carefully pull this whole thing out as a unit. And set that off to the side. Oh hey, another bolt came out. There it is. Alright, and she's out. So here's your little wind assembly. There's a washer on there. And this, we're going to go ahead and just pull it out. And there you go. Yeah, don't lose that piece. I'm sure that's important. I'm sure it does something. So there you go. Go ahead and just pop this little nubby piece out of here. Remember how that went in. And let's go ahead and wind her back up. Alright, so I just looked it up online, and it looks like this is supposed to be 30 inches long, and it is some special kind of string, so I'm sure it helps with keeping the wear down. It's supposed to be extra strong or whatever, but paracord would probably work, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, shameless plug for Lufkin tape measure. It's a great tape measure. Love this thing. Nice and easy to read. But alright, so it says 30 inches, so I'm going to measure out 35 inches because I always just thought that it was just a little bit too short. So we'll measure out 35 inches. Yep, it's pretty close. Go like there. Alright, at that edge there. Alright. Go ahead and give it a little cut. And tie us a little knot in here. No, wait. Let's wait to tie that knot. Let's first melt that end a little bit, make it a little bit easier to work with. Alright, to go ahead and stick this thing in, we've got our paracord cut. And neat little trick, what I like to do is pull a little bit of it out, go ahead and cut off a little bit of the white inner shield. Then when you pull it up, it kind of tucks it all neatly inside. Alright, then we're going to grab a glove because I don't like to burn my fingers very much. Had enough of that. Obviously, I've done this a few times. And we'll go ahead and light this up a little bit, get it good and warm, and then pull it out and roll it and crimp that sucker down tight. And a nice little point on there, it helps. Alright, then we're going to push this through that little hole and out that hole. And hopefully this isn't too much wider. Yep, it's a fair bit wider. It kind of puffs up a little bit as soon as you go to push it in. And kind of give it a little twist. See if that'll help. Alright, let's get a screwdriver and just kind of jam it down in there. Let's go with this one. And we'll just jam it down in there. If something's too big, just got to get a bigger hammer. And just work it around, work it around. Eventually you'll see that it's starting to poke through. Jam it down, jam it down. There we go. Don't use an impact on this. Alright, I believe this is about where I left you. So on my model here, there's this little plastic piece that gets set in here and just pokes right into here. 2 little notches, 2 little fingers, finger in the hole. She likes it that way. So now we're going to put ours on our clock spring. I like to give it about a twist or so. Hold that tension. Sorry you can't see this, but I'm just holding tension on the little wheel and feeding it through the hole. That way, when we go to pull it, we have tension all the way down. It doesn't need to be 2, 3, but you know, you can do more if you like. So, hoping that doesn't spin off, I'm going to go ahead and give us a little bit of lead. Go ahead and throw this through here. And I think originally on this saw there was another little spot that you could then poke it through the handle, but I just don't care that much. So we're just going to tie us a little knot here. The bubblegum's lip poking out there. There we go. We can trim that off later, and we are in business. All right. So in reverse, how did that go? We had the O-ring, we had this doojobby here, then we had this thingy here. Make sure that goes in there. There's a little clock spring on the inside of here. That's your assistance part. That goes in that little notch right there. Just go ahead and line those up and slide that in there. So that's in there. Now we got this little goofy clip thing. If you remember, that was at about the 12 o'clock spot, so put that one in there, loop it around there, catch that little finger there, and then flip it over. There we go. Yep, there it goes. And it slides in, comes out, then goes back. All right. From there, all right, now I guess we're putting this thing back together again. So wiggle this thing around here, shimmy shimmy over the part. Be nice to your equipment. Oil cap. Ooh, probably should have put that on something cleaner. Oh well. Go ahead and put that back in there. Drop that in there. Oil's tight, gas is tight. Screws. So the goofy one first. That's what I like to do. I always go for the goofy one first. Flip that over there. Go ahead and put that in there. Let's see if we can use a little Torx bit here. Finger tight. There we go. Make sure you don't mess up threads. Go ahead and do the next one. Good enough. Third one, jam it in there. Where'd my fourth one go? I lost the fourth one. That's not good. Where'd the fourth one go? Here, fourth one. Safety first. Oh, here we go. It was hiding with all the other extra screws that I had sitting in a Harbor Freight container. All right, so fourth one down the hatch, finger tight. Go ahead and be good to your equipment. Don't use a impact. One, two, three, and four. All right, Now we're gonna put the cap back on. I find it easier with that thing moved forward. Just up out the way. Gotta watch this little piece here. Is that as far as it goes? Let's try a handle on there. Yep, I guess that's as far as she goes. Alright, nope. That's not as far as she goes. Try this again. Alright, so, I'm not sure if you can see this. There's these little fingers in here. Usually it just pops right in. Slides down. Out the way. Is she good now? Alright. Twister. There we go. Alright. I don't know, you might want an extra little twist in there. It's a little loose. Bedwetting night. Whatever. You can always just pull it up a little bit more, trim it off because it's already too long. Anyway, let's see if she starts. Alright, on a firm, safe place. That's here. You squeeze the trigger thing, you flip that thing down, put your foot here. Give her a few pulls, move her up one. Well, not starting, but hey, at least it's yeah. So, great, now I got work to do. Oh well. Tune in next time for more bad examples of how to do things.